Hello, my name is Ozzie and welcome to Dungeon of the Endless. This is an early access game by Amplitude Studios that's available on Steam, currently for just under $10 US, but its usual price is $13. In its alpha stage, the game's pretty small. It's only got 3 levels to it at the moment. I managed to finish it in about an hour, but the levels are randomly generated, so you can replay it and get something new each time. Now if we jump into the game, you can see that you start off here with 2 heroes. I've got these 2 guys here, and basically I've crash landed on this planet and I need to, find my way out. So your aim is to explore the randomly generated dungeon and find the exit to each level, and you have to take this power crystal to the exit of each level without it being destroyed. So enemies will try to destroy it, and if either the crystal is destroyed or all your heroes die, it's game over. Controls are pretty simple. You just left click to select a hero, or you can use the number keys, which I am doing now, and you can right click to tell them to move to a room or on a door to open that door. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now with this guy, and that'll explore the next room, and the contents of each room are random. So in this case I found some resources. You could also find monsters, items, blueprints, or an NPC. And each time you open a door you also generate some resources, as well as what I just found there. So here there's 4 resources, but one of them's not in the game at the moment. So we've got industry, which I have 20 and I'm generating 2 each time I open a door. Science, which isn't available. Food, which I have 17 and generate 2 each time I open a door. And lastly, dust, which is kind of a combination between power and money. So you use the dust to power rooms, which I'll show you in just a moment, but you also use it as currency to trade with merchants when you find them. So one of the things I need to do, each time you find a room with one of these little squares in it, you can build a module in this room. So I can either build a module that generates more industry or more food. Now I'm going to be wanting to build as many modules as I can, so I'm going to need more industry to do that. So I'm going to select this industry module and then click in the room I want to build it. When you tell a hero to go into a room, you just click anywhere in the room and they'll just travel there, and they'll automatically work out what needs to be done. So if there's a module in that room, they might be like manning it, and by manning a module they generate more income. So I can tell this guy to open a door, and as long as my other hero is on this module, it'll actually generate extra industry. What else am I missing? Other things I can build in here. Actually, these smaller little circles, I can put little defense turrets on. So I'm just going to build a couple in this room, and by holding shift I can build multiple. So I'll do that. And you can also see now on my dust, this first little box has lit up. So this means I'm powering one room, not including the crystal itself. And one room requires 10 dust to power and doesn't consume it. So at the moment I have 28 dust. I can power 2 rooms and I can almost power a third. So I'm just going to open up my hero stats here. So industry is used to build things. Food is used to level up and heal your heroes. And when they're out of combat, they'll heal automatically, so you only need that if they're dying during combat. And leveling up is obviously to increase their stats and make them more powerful. So I've got here, my first hero uses a gun. They both use a gun, and they can both repair modules. So neither one of them is particularly more important, but I'll level up this guy and make him my main explorer. And I'll keep the second hero defending this module of defending this module and using the module to generate more resources while I explore. Okay, so there's some enemies in there. I'll tell him to fall back, the enemies will follow him in, and then the defense turrets will help me kill them. And each time you kill an enemy, that generates 1 dust. Well, I think not all enemies give you dust, but some do. And also when you explore a room, it might contain dust as well. So I found another little module slot there. I'm going to use this one for another industry. So that's used up all my industry, I now have none left. And I'll explore this door next. So you can see I got 6 dust and I found a blueprint. So this blueprint, auto dock shards, what are they? So this is, these are like your main modules. These are like defensive turrets and offensive turrets. And I've never seen anything under this menu item yet. So what have I got here? Heals heroes in the room. So I can build this on one of these small circles for 10 industry, and it'll heal any hero while they're in that room, which is pretty cool. I've never got that before. I also now have enough dust to power a 3rd room. Conveniently enough, there's a slot there, so I'll put some food in there and generate myself some extra food. And explore the next room. 5 dust, otherwise the room is empty and it's a dead end, so there's nowhere else for me to go there. I've got this way. And so far I haven't discovered any way of zooming out, which is kind of annoying, because I'd like to be able to see more, but it could be something that they'll add later. This is still a very early alpha build. So we've got a wave incoming. Sometimes when you explore a room, it will spawn enemies elsewhere in the dungeon, so I need to come and defend this. You can see this health bar here as the module's being destroyed, so I'll just send my guy in to defend that, and then he'll repair it because he has the skill to do so. Given that there's just a dead end here, I'll just put some little defensive modules so that I don't have to keep running back to defend it. There's another module slot here, but I don't have enough dust currently to power another room, so I'll just leave this one unpowered for now and explore the next room. And some more dust and another enemy wave. There we go, those turrets really helping. Much better. And now I have enough dust to power this room, so I will go ahead and do that. Let's get some more food. And let's level up this guy again. So he's now level 3. And put a couple of defensive turrets in here. This was another dead end, so there's no need for me to go back in there. And I've just found this guy, you can recruit him if you have enough food, which I don't at the moment, so I'll just ignore him, but I can actually come back to him later and talk to him again. So for 30 food I can recruit him. Let's go to the next door. And we found some hostile creatures. So even though I don't have him recruited, he'll still defend himself. I'm gonna have to fall back further though. Oh, now he's getting killed. NPCs can be killed by enemies, and you know, they die just like anyone else. So you need to be careful and not to leave them completely undefended. Now I do have enough power enough dust, to power another room, but all your powered rooms have to be connected, so I can't actually get this one unless I power this room in between, and I don't have enough dust to do both. So I'm going to leave all this unpowered for now and explore in another direction. And there's another module slot here, so I can just power this room instead. And I've also found the exit. Oh, guy's dying again. Oh, some action in here. I'll just send you to repair that. Because this is the exit, it's not actually a module slot, it's just the exit. So I can now just get the crystal and make a beeline straight for the exit, but if I continue exploring, I'll get more resources because I'll continue to generate that income. And I can also find more items and what have you. I also have enough food now to recruit this guy, so I'm going to do that. I now have a third hero that uses a sword. So this guy's melee, he's going to be a bit tougher than the guys with gun. So I'll get this gunman to man the food module, get me some more food, and I'll explore with the melee guy. And I found some industry. Cool. 2 more waves incoming. Another thing worth noting, each time you go down to a new level, you lose the modules that you had on the previous levels. So it's nice to actually save up some extra industry, especially for the when you go to a new level, so that you can start building right away on the new level. Actually, before you open that door, I have enough dust now to power 2 rooms. So if I middle click with the mouse wheel, I can power a room, and then I can build in the next one. So I've got quite a bit of industry saved up. Let's get some more food, because I still have everyone to level up. Speaking of which, I will level up my new guy and put a couple of turrets in here. And there we go. This is another dead end, so it's going to be the last room on this level. I've also got 2 waves incoming, so I just need to be mindful of everyone's health. You can see them all in the top corner here. It's very easy to not notice someone dying. How are we going? Everyone else looks good. You're dying a bit, so I might get you to retreat to safety. Now you can see here this module was destroyed, and you can basically just build another one on top of it to replace it, but because there are no more doors for me to open, there's no point in me doing that. What I will instead do is organise my guys to make a safe path between the crystal and the exit, and then I'll have this guy come and pick up the crystal. So I'll right click the crystal and select this icon, and he will pick it up. And now loads of waves of enemies will just spawn, and I've got to get him to the exit without him dying, essentially. See all those enemies coming in. You can see each door closes behind him as he carries the crystal through. So you just keep everyone moving forward, and there we go. We've got into the next level. And that's the first level complete. These are the leftover resources I've got. Go to the next level, and it's basically rinse and repeat. So I can do the same things now, start exploring, build up the resources, and that's pretty much all there is to it so far in the alpha. You can, obviously with the blueprints, you unlock more powerful turrets and different modules. You can also get equipment. I didn't find any, so I didn't really get to show you that, but you can find items, so you'll find guns and armor and devices that you can equip to your heroes. Science, as I said, isn't in the game yet, but I assume that will be used to, research technologies, or maybe to research your own blueprints or something like that. Or it might just be used, when you get a blueprint, maybe you won't automatically be able to build it. You'll first have to research it. I'm not sure what they're doing with that. But yeah, that's about it for Dungeon of the Endless. It's a fun little game. It's got some good replayability because everything's random each time. But that's it. Thanks for watching.